Our new book is Judy Blume's Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. For Larry, who is a combination of Peter and Fudge, and for Willie Mae, who told me about Dribble. Here's your table of contents. There's 10 chapters. All right, the big winner. I won Dribble at Jimmy Fargo's birthday party. All the other guys had to take home a goldfish in a little plastic bags. I won him because I guessed that there were 348 jelly beans in Mrs. Fargo's jar. Really, there were 423. She told us later. But still, my guess was the closest. Peter Warren Hatcher is the big winner, Mrs. Fargo announced. At first, I felt bad. I didn't get a goldfish, too. Then Jimmy handed me a glass bowl. Inside there was some water and 3 rocks. A tiny green turtle was asleep on the biggest rock. All the other guys looked at their goldfish. I knew that they were thinking they wish they could have a tiny green turtle too. I named my turtle Dribble. While I was walking home from Jimmy's party, I live at 25th West 68th Street in an old apartment building. But it's one of the best elevators in New York City. There are mirrors all around. You can see yourself from every angle. There's a soft cushioned bench to sit on if you get too tired to stand. The elevator operator's name is Henry Belveheimer. He lets us call him Harry because Belveheimer is very hard to say. The apartment on the 12th floor, but I don't have to tell Harry that. He already knew. He knows everybody in the building. He is that smart. He even knows that I am 9 and that I am in 4th grade. I showed him Dribble right away. I won him at a birthday party, I said. Henry smiled. Hey, your mother is going to be surprised. Henry was right. My mother was really surprised. Her mouth opened and I said, just look what I won. It's Jimmy Fargo's birthday party. I held up my tiny green turtle. I've already named him Dribble. Isn't that a great name for a turtle? My mother made a face. I don't like the way she smells, she said. What do you mean? I asked, and I put my nose right close to him. I didn't smell anything but turtle, so Dribble smells like a turtle. I thought, well, he's supposed to. That's what he is. And I'm not going to take care of him either, my mother added. Of course you're not, I told her. He's my turtle, and I'm the one who's going to take care of him. You're going to change his water and clean out the bowl and feed him and all that? She asked. Well, yes, I said. And even more, I'm going to see that he's happy. This time, my mother made a funny noise, like a groan. I went to my bedroom, put Dribble on top of my dresser. I tried to pet him and tell him it would be happy living with me. But it wasn't easy to get a pet with a pet turtle. They are soft and furry, and they don't lick you or anything. Still, I had my very own pet at last. Later, when I was down at dinner table, my mother said, I smell turtle, Peter. Go scrub your hands. Some people might think that my mother is my biggest problem. She doesn't like turtles. She always is telling me to scrub my hands. That she doesn't mean just run them underwater. Scrub means I'm supposed to take soap and rub my hands together and I've got to rinse them and dry them. I ought to know by now. I've heard this enough. But my mother isn't my biggest problem. Neither is my father. He spends a lot of time watching commercials on TV. That's because he is in advertisement business. These days, his favorite commercial is the one about Juicy O. He wrote it himself. And the president of Juicy O Company liked it so much, he sent my father a whole crate of Juicy O for our family to drink. It tastes like a combination of oranges, pineapples, grapefruits, pears, and bananas. And if you want to know the truth, I'm getting pretty sick of drinking it. But Juicy O isn't my biggest problem either. My biggest problem is my brother, Farley Drexel Hatcher. He's 2.5 years old. Everybody calls him Fudge. I feel sorry for him. He's going to grow up with that name like Fudge. But I don't say a word. It's none of my business. Fudge is always in my way. He messes up everything he sees. And when he gets mad, he throws himself flat on the floor and he screams and he kicks and he bangs his fist. And the only time I really like him is when he's sleeping. He sucks 4 fingers on his left hand and makes a slurping noise. When Fudge first saw Dribble, he said, "Oh, see?" And I said, "That's my turtle. Get it? Mine. You don't touch him." Fudge said, "No touch?" Then he laughed like crazy.